Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Roma Theory. We're back with live watch-alongs. Monza against Roma today. Fundamental, crucial, massively important game for our top four chances, and I would also add top four dreams, because this is a very significant game week. Atalanta are playing Bologna. Lazio lost yesterday against Milan in a game which I am sure we're going to talk about today. Fiorentina are playing tonight in Turin against Torino, and Napoli are playing against Juventus. It's a game week where we can capitalize, something which we haven't done very often in these past game weeks. Use the other results, try and win, narrow the gap, and try and reinforce those barriers when it comes to top four. So I'm looking forward to this. I think we're at that stage where, of course, we described this. It's a transition. We're moving from defense to offensive football. So it's gonna take time. It has worked out perfectly up to now. But I also think we're at that stage of the season where we need to protect ourselves from teams like Lazio and Fiorentina to sneak our spot. And we're also at that stage where we need to attack the teams which are in front of us. In this case, both Atalanta and Bologna, which are playing against each other in a very, very interesting game tomorrow afternoon. Look, I'm curious to know what everybody thinks about this game. So, can I ask predictions in the chat, feelings in the chat? We've got 20 minutes to go until the game. We've got a bit. We're going to analyze the lineup in a second, and then we'll also analyze their lineup. But how are we feeling? Are we confident? Do we think we're going to win this game based on the confidence that we're living? Let me know your thoughts pre-game, and while you're there, also let me know who you think will score, if there are going to be any goals. Looking at our lineup, this is I got it right in the match preview. I got 11 out of 11. So shout out to me, because the predicted 11 in the match preview was spot on. Svilar in goal. I mean, we don't have much to say about that. He is our starting goalkeeper right now. So Rui Patricio is not gonna steal his spot anytime soon, unless Svilar now falls back into his graveyard. Four-man defense. This was the biggest doubt during yesterday's match preview, because we played, and De Rossi primarily played with a back four, and then all of a sudden against Torino we went back to a back three at the back, with Smalling being back. It was interesting yesterday, 24 hours before this game. It was interesting to see if we were gonna stick with a back three, or if we were gonna rechange it into a back four. The back 4-1, absolutely. The reason behind this is because we want to score goals. Monza have got a great defense, so not playing with an offensive formation. Hang on a second. My thingy here keeps on getting blocked. I have no idea why. Let me just DAZN. Problems with DAZN as always. Let me just reload the page. If it is going to let me reload the page. There was the chance to go to a back four or a back three. The reason why we went back to a back four is because Monza are great defensively. And playing with a back three against a team which defends well can literally stab yourself in the back. It's like stabbing yourself in the back. Because if you play with a back three and therefore limit the creativity up front against a team which defends really well, not only you're kind of welcoming a very blocked game, 0-0, 1-0 type of game, but you're also inviting Monza to attack more than what you are supposed to do. So moving to a back four was strategic for this game. It was important, and it shows us that we want to win this game by scoring goals. We don't want to win this game 1-0 or keep this a very blocked game. We want to utilize the players up front to put Monza's defense in a mental block. That's what we need to do today, because as we discussed in the match preview, their defense is a solid defense. So in order for us to score goals today, we need the entire team to attack. We need to avoid that kind of boring, slow possession. Everybody needs to occupy their spaces. There needs to be a net flow of players moving around. Dybala, who's obviously living a massive moment, he will need to lead today's team and bring it to success. Romelu Lukaku, it's a very important game for him today because he's not been scoring many goals lately. This is the game to shut the haters. This is the game to reload himself back in a very crucial stage of the season where we not only are in the middle of a top 4 chance race, but we're also in the middle of a Europa League. And on Thursday, we're going to play against Brighton. This is the perfect time of the season for Lukaku to wake up again. And scoring today against a great defense like Monza, against a very physical defense like Monza's, could unlock his mindset back again. And yeah, because as we discussed, Lukaku is suffering Jose's departure. One of the players who has suffered the most is without Lukaku. In terms of the way he got supported. You know, nowadays we attack with more players. We attack with many different players. With Mourinho, Lukaku was the center of our attack. So less attention is being played against him, towards him, I might say. And it's limiting the goals that he is going to score. But as always, he needs to start not understand, because he has understood. He needs to just understand the concept of how De Rossi wants him to move around, and the second he unlocks that, I am confident that Lukaku's going to get back scoring. I did predict Lukaku to score in the match preview, and I am sticking with that prediction. I'm insisting with a Lukaku goal today. I am. And then the last thing which I do want to talk about is what Cronky Wiper is saying in the chat. Bove should play instead of Cristante. I want to talk about this because it's interesting to see what people think, and it's also interesting to understand the reasons behind this. In the meantime, I am inviting everybody to hit the like in the stream and let me know in the live chat your final score predictions and the players who you think will get on that score sheet. I can say Vincent's prediction, 2-1 says Vincent, predicting a similar game to Salernitana away from this season. Interesting. So predictions from everybody, and hit the like while you're there. Bove. I find it interesting how in the space of 40 days, Bove has gone from the most utilized player and the player who played the best out of all the players in this team to a player who is now considered as a substitution, because it would be wrong to classify Bove as a starting player at time of speaking. Has Bove even ever started a game under De Rossi? That's my question, because I might not remember well, but if he did, then he didn't start many games. Maybe he started the game against Verona, which was De Rossi's debut. But Bove is not getting many chances under De Rossi. Reason behind this? I think there are two reasons. Number one reason, I think De Rossi is a big fan of Paredes and Cristante. The Paredes and Cristante duo. How do I want to name them? The Cristantes duo for De Rossi. In my opinion, he trusts them a lot. And for a new emerging manager, trust is the number one concept that he's going to base the lineup on. And it is normal for a new manager to base his lineup on trust, on the players he knows the most. He still needs to study Bove. That's the reality. He still needs to study Bove to the extent and to the detail that Mourinho had studied Bove. Because, you know, the way Mourinho asked Bove to play might be very different to what De Rossi might ask Bove to play. And number two, I think the fact that Bove has always been named the De Rossi of the future for Roma, right? This summer, before Paredes came, everybody was going, give Bove the number 16. The majority of Roma fans see De Rossi in Bove. Again, it's very important not to hype him up too much, because the second you hype these young players up, they're gonna fall for the sky. They're gonna fall from the sky. They're gonna fall from the clouds, and they're gonna stop performing well. But I think the fact that maybe also De Rossi himself sees young De Rossi in Bove means that he wants to devote more attention onto Bove in training sessions. He wants to but use more time individually to speak about Bove in terms of what he wants Bove to do. Um, I think that's critical because I mean it is strange that Bove isn't getting many chances. Again, maybe right now up to what De Rossi has seen, De Rossi isn't a big fan of Bove. That could be the case, but I think that's very wrong. I think that that would come out of the bloom because Bove is loved by Roma fans. I bet you all the players around Bove know that he is going to be and is going to have a massive future. The fans, De Rossi himself knows that Bove is a big part and is going to be the future of this club. So I think it's a matter of I need to study him in more detail because the more I study him in more detail, the better not only I will get from him, but he will play. So that's it. Roma are winning 1-0, says Soul King. Dayesimo says Roma fan, number 1. Let's look at their lineup, shall we? Now, Monza are playing. There were questions on what formation Monza were going to use, right? Monza are playing with a 4-2-3-1. Di Gregorio in goal. Clip this. Di Gregorio is going to have a masterclass today. He's going to save the absolute skies against us. 4-man defense with Birindelli, Pablo Mari, Caldirola and Carboni. Caldirola is the bold guy who scored... by the way, why is it that every time I do a live watch along, the word bold comes up? Caldirola scored an incredible goal against us last season. I cannot believe we let that guy score such a goal. So last season then in 1-1. 2 defensive midfielders, Gagliardini and Bondo. And then 3 in attack, they've gone with Colpani, Dani Motta, Pessina and Juric up front, who has faced De Rossi already because he was the Verona player in De Rossi's debut, which missed the penalty, and then in the January window, he moved to Monza. So it's a double Roma special for Juric. I mean, look, Valentin Carboni isn't playing. He's a good player. But Monza have got quality. I see quality in this Monza side. I really do. I see quality in their side. Colpani, Dani Motta and Pessina, they're good players. Dani Motta's really fast. Colpani's got a great accuracy and shot precision. And Pessina is that player who has got the experience. He played in the Champions League with Atalanta. He played in the Euros with Italy against Wales. He scored a goal against Wales. Pessina knows how to play these games. Gagliardini, again, he might be an absolute package, but at the end of the day, he was an Inter player last season. He's got the experience. Di Gregorio is a good goalkeeper. Pablo Mari, Caldirola are a good defense line. Birindelli is a good fullback. I'm not a big fan of Juric, but again, he's one of those strikers who, if you leave them, if you let him take his chances, then he'll eventually bury one. This is a sketchy game. The reality is that this is a very sketchy game, which is why this game becomes even more crucial because it's a complicated game. This game is not an easy game at all. If anybody thinks this is an easy game, you're wrong because Monza are great at home. Monza have got a great team. And they're confident. They're living a confident moment. They know that they won't get relegated, and they know that they won't get Europa League. Maybe they're going to fight until the end for a Conference League spot. But just like last season, Monza, after 27 game weeks, are at that stage where they're safe because they're not going to get relegated. And 99%, they're not going to get any European spot. So they've got nothing to lose. They've got nothing to lose. They're living a good moment. They're conceding very few goals. The confidence is at its peak. Palladino is enjoying football with Monza. They have nothing to lose, which is why this game will eventually be, and it will result in a complicated game. Trust me, we're going to suffer today. There are going to be moments in this live watch-along where all of us are going to get heart attacks. Not only because that's how Roma want to play, and that's in the DNA, but because Monza are not gonna gift us to us. They will want to win this game. They are not here to defend the result, to defend the 0-0. Monza are here to win, and Monza can win this game. They beat Milan 2 weeks ago, so Monza can win, but so can we. And it's more important for us than what it is for Monza, which is why I expect the determination to be even better than the one of Monza players. We're playing with a strong lineup, by the way. I was expecting, I did predict this lineup, but maybe deep down I was expecting a bit more changes, thinking about the Brighton game. But I'm happy because I think this game is more important than Brighton on Thursday at time of speaking. We need to be in that Champions League. I'm going to repeat this again and again and again over the course of this live watch along. It's so important to be in the next Champions League. And if we lose points today, you're never making that step. You always make, away from home, you always make one step forward, two steps backwards. Right, what do we think? Oxycontin says Roma for the win. I'm going, predictions in the chat, as I said before. I think Monza are going to score. I think it's going to be a tight game. I'm going to go 2-1 Roma. I think we're going to win. I am confident that we're going to win this game. Dybala to score. When a player is living such a good moment, how can he not score again? So yeah, I'm going 2-1. I'm going 2-1 Roma. Dybala, Lukaku to score. Simple, classic, but as I always say, efficient. Efficiency. I don't care about fancy performances today. 1-0, 2-0, 1-2, 3-2. Even if it's a scrappy win, I'd take it because this is massive. I agree. I think the prediction will be 2-1 to us. Yeah, I think we're going to win 2-1. By the way, when I say what a game yesterday, no, it wasn't a crazy game. Lazio Milan yesterday was a terrible game to watch as an outsider. But it was an entertaining game, no doubt, especially the second half. We're going to talk about it because it's interesting. I want to see what... I want to talk about what Lazio fans said, the refereeing in that game, the penalty, the red cards. I do want to talk about that. So we're definitely going to find some time to speak about that. 3-1 says Philip, 2-1 says The True Warrior, and 2-1 says Vincent. Right, great hug between Palladino and De Rossi here. Great friends. Pictures for the newspapers. I would have loved to go to another away game, but it wasn't an easy one because it's not far, and yeah, it's not near. It's a far away game. Puoi parlare italiano? Vai. Come stai? Tutto bene? Dai. Forza Roma, says Maddie. Missing watch-alongs. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since the last watch-along. Well, when was the last? Feyenoord. Feyenoord at home was the last. Feyenoord away was the last watch-along. It's been a while. I have been very active with the stadium vlogs lately. Frosinone away, Feyenoord, Torino. Yeah, it's nice to be back, watching from home. But as always, I want to be there. But yeah, no, it's great to be back. I didn't understand what you... Non ti preoccupare. Thoughts about Baldanzi so far? I think it's early to give thoughts because he's barely ever played. He's played one full game against Frosinone, right? And then apart from that, he got 10 minutes against Torino, 10 minutes against Feyenoord. It's in order for me to give the first thoughts on Baldanzi's performances, he needs to start playing steadily and oh, sorry. Oh my God, I forgot to put the scores. Right, time's about to start. Right, game starts. There we go. Bring it on. Live watch-alongs are back. Let's win. Let me put the scores. And let us win and enjoy the game. I'm happy we're back with a back four though. I think we play better with a back four, no doubt. So I'm happy De Rossi has made this change from that Torino game. Christensen, already. 33 seconds in, Christensen already bottles his pass. How much time are we still going to waste with Christensen? Oh my god. I thought they scored. I thought they scored after 45 seconds there. It's a foul for us though. Thanks for the great content, Simon. Big up fan from India. Thank you, mate. Thanks for the support, as always. What about Huijsen? Huijsen, I'm liking. I think he's growing mentally as well. I think that celebration against Frosinone, that's a big boy celebration. I mean, it's a little kid celebration in terms of the mentality behind it. But that's something which a little... Oh, Ndika's bleeding from his nose. What a great start. 1 minute in and Ndika's already bleeding from his nose. I think Juric kicked his ass. I mean, when I say his ass, I mean his face. Surely it's not going to cost a substitution, right? It did look painful though. I mean, going back to the Baldanzi question, I think it's early. I am going to build up a judgment, but I think it's early. I think Baldanzi is a long-term signing. I was not expecting Baldanzi to get many minutes. I think nobody here was expecting... that's painful. That is painful. I think nobody here was expecting Baldanzi to be a starting player. Baldanzi is a long-term signing. Baldanzi is that signing which will come handy whenever we don't have Dybala anymore. Similar characteristics. He's going to grow a lot with Dybala. So, right, they put some tampons in his nose. So yeah. What do you think of this year's Roma? I mean, the start wasn't amazing. The stats show it. We've definitely improved, but we can always be better. Is Villar as our long-term goalkeeper or bring a new goalkeeper? That's a good question. What does everybody think about this? Is Villar to be your long-term goalkeeper, or no, he's good, but I think we need somebody better? Because look, I think Villar is better than Rui Patricio, and I think Villar, as of now, the chances that he's played phenomenally, saved penalties, looks confident, comes out of the goal when he needs to come out. But I also do think that Villar is not the perfect goalkeeper. I mean, there is no perfect goalkeeper, but I also still think Villar is far away from perfect. The number one thing that I don't like about Villar is when he plays from the back. He does not give me confidence. That's with any goalkeeper. I hate when goalkeepers start playing with their feet. That is not your job. You are a goalkeeper. You can use your hands. You need to use your hands. You know, you're a goalkeeper because you're not good with your feet. Otherwise, you would have not been a goalkeeper unless your name is Alisson Becker. But if you're a goalkeeper, and if you as a kid developed as a goalkeeper, it means that you as a kid did not have good technique. So, number one base judgment in terms of goalkeepers is you are a goalkeeper. You don't need to play with your feet. You need to save. I don't care if you play from the back, if you're good with your feet or not. As long as you save, that's your job. So your job isn't passing the ball around. That's what a midfielder does. So I don't like when our goalkeepers, but any goalkeeper in general, starts playing from the back. It's just, it drives me crazy because they cannot do it. And that's why there are so many in these recent years. It's why goalkeepers make so many mistakes. Because nowadays, the football nowadays is about building from the back. It's about creating chances. But look, it's the reason why so many days, in these days, goalkeepers make a lot of mistakes. A goalkeeper needs to save. A goalkeeper doesn't need to play with his feet. So I don't care about distribution. So I still think he isn't perfect. He can be perfect, but time, requirements. I still think we need a new goalkeeper this summer. Do you think if Roma signed Meret, it would help? No, Meret is shit. I'd rather keep Villar. Meret is absolutely woeful. El Shaarawy. Paredes. Back to Ndika. Ndika goes. Wide to Angelino. Crosses it in. Cristante heads it. Not a bad header. Not a bad header. No. Meret, absolutely not. I mean, I'd rather keep Rui Patricio than Meret. That's how terrible Meret is. Yeah. If we need to sign a goalkeeper permanently, it needs to be a good goalkeeper. And I mean a good goalkeeper. In these recent years, we've had too many bang average, terrible goalkeepers. I can name 5. Olsen, Pau Lopez, Rui Patricio, somebody else. I mean, we had Mirante at a certain point. Yeah, the last time we had good goalkeepers, we had Szczesny and Allison, first and second goalkeeper. And Allison was the second goalkeeper because nobody knew who he was. I mean, can we believe this? In 2014, I believe, we had Allison and Szczesny as first and second goalkeeper. And now we've got Pau Lopez and Rui Patricio. I mean, when I say now in these recent times, it's crazy. It's crazy. I keep getting these posts on Instagram of Roma's team if we hadn't sold anybody. How didn't we win the league with Lukaku? Oh, that's a bad pass from Lukaku. How didn't we win the league when we had Salah, Gervinho, Nainggolan? It's crazy to me. That team in a league like the Serie nowadays would win the league with like 10 points advantage. It was such a good team. We had such a good team, but then we're forced to sell every summer window. We're not a rich club. We need to make profits, and it's the reason why we've sold 80% of that team. The only player remaining from that team is El Shaarawy. Perotti. Do we remember how decisive Perotti was in these games? Pellegrini shoots. Great save from Di Gregorio. Good chance. Pellegrini with a good shot. It was a good exchange with Lukaku there. And that's a good save. That was a good shot and a good save. This goalkeeper, I've said it at the start, he's going to pull miracles against us today. It's always like this. It's a good save. Pellegrini to take this. Look at that away end. Pellegrini in. Juric away. Roma came... Now, look, the reason why we didn't win the league back then was because Juventus was a team of absolute monsters. Juventus has always had a help from referees, but those years they had one of the best teams the game has ever seen. I mean, in 2014, they had Tevez, Pogba in his prime, Pirlo, Vidal, Buffon, and then in 2015, 2016 they bought Dybala. Juventus was just unplayable back then, so that is the reason why we didn't win league titles. If Juventus was this Juventus, we would have won like 5 league titles in a row. There was a certain stage where we always came second, and Juventus only came first because they were unplayable. They were unplayable, then add to the unplayable aspect, add the fact that they were helped by referees. Juventus was something else. After Real Madrid, back then, Juventus was the best team in the world. Maybe after Barcelona. After Dybala. After Real Madrid and Barcelona back then, Juventus was the third best team in Europe. It's so laggy. What is this? I hate DAZN so much. It's lagging like I'm on Mars. Look at all those cars in the background. I love stadiums when you can see the town behind them. Look at all that traffic behind this stadium. Anyways, what was I? Do you still miss Jose? Says Marty. I look. No. The answer is no, because you can miss him, you can love him, you can hate him. He has left his footprint, and he has. He's as I said many times, and I'm gonna keep on saying it. He was the hero for Roma fans in terms of bringing us to 2 consecutive finals, making us live those memories. But things have moved. Things have moved on, and I think reminiscing, missing, constantly having this obsession of I miss Mourinho is not going to bring us anywhere. I think we've moved. It happened 1 month ago. If you agree with it, not agree with it, then that's another thing. It happened. We couldn't decide much. And now we've got De Rossi. We're playing well under De Rossi. We're winning games under De Rossi. So if you ask me, do I miss Jose right now? My answer can't be a yes, because in the league we're playing way better. If the question is, do you still love Jose? Then that of course that's a standout of course question. But I think it's wrong to. No, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. Excuse me. It's not wrong to miss Jose. It's wrong to reminisce Jose, because things have moved, and I'm the first one to say move on, because it's not, if we're constantly here every single day talking about Mourinho, what is that going to do to us? Nothing. It's useless. He's gone. We can't do much. I still hope for a second spell with Jose, says Madi. I'm not disappointed by this approach. Monza are well organized back there, so Ndika, great interception. That's not a foul. Cristante, wide to Rasmus. By the way, if you haven't already, do smash the like button. If everybody can smash the like button right now, would be great. I'm gonna launch it, but if we can get 80 likes on this live watch along, it would be amazing. So please do hit the like and subscribe. If you haven't already, Dybala tries a first touch pass, but it's a bit wrong. Do you think Tammy is playing the next game exactly after he's back? No, I don't think so. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take schedules. It's gonna take 60 minutes with the academy, 20 minutes in the first half, rest, 30 minutes, rest, 40 minutes, rest, 70 minutes, and then make his way onto a full game. Starting Tammy from the first minute, the game after he recovers is a risk. And it's a risk that we cannot make because we need him back. And number two, in worst case scenarios, if we want to sell him this summer, we cannot afford for him to getting injured again. Otherwise, his price tag. We need to stop playing with these long balls on Lukaku. They've got a physical defense. We need to get into their box with short passes, quick passes, movements. Not with these. Piscina heads it. Colpani goes. Monza have space here. Paredes needs to close that down. Oh my god, they hit the post. Ah, they hit the post. That was a great header. Great cross, great header from Juric. And Dika needs to cover that because he's a tough lad. He's a big lad and he's a tall lad. So if we give him these chances, he's going to score. Who do you think has been our best player since DDR arrived? I mean, after that hat trick on Monday, I need to say Dybala, but let me. Oh my God! What? Villar saves it. Best player is Dybala. I mean, you know what? That game on Monday really did make us. I mean, it really did make me realize how lucky we are to have a player like him on the pitch. He is world class. So in terms of best player, even though he hasn't improved significantly with De Rossi because he did these things with Mourinho as well, it has to be Dybala. But if you rephrase that question and say who do you think is the most improved player under De Rossi, it's by far Pellegrini. Lukaku's got space, wide. El Shaarawy, Pellegrini, Lukaku! Oh, that was a good chance. Good movements. Maybe he could have shot. Maybe he could have shot a bit before. Oh, that was a good closure from Pablo Mari. Not bad, not bad. Corner kick to us. That was good. Pellegrini, El Shaarawy, Pellegrini, Lukaku. Maybe he could have shot, but yeah, no goal. Corner kick. Dybala to take this. Dybala in. Brian! Soldier Brian! Get in! Soldier Brian! He's the center of the world! Soldier Brian! Get in! Soldier Brian! Soldier Ryan, no. Soldier Brian, yes. Get the fuck in. Come on, the boys. I love that. I absolutely love that. Good, lads. Yes. Get the fuck in. Get the fuck in. Yes. My captain. I mean, he's not our captain. My soldier. Center of the universe. Forget about Jude Bellingham. It's Brian Cristante. He might sound like a meme to a lot of you guys, but what a player he is. Great cross from Paolo. I love it. More goals. We can't stop here, lads. Monza are dangerous. Yes. Come on. Checking possible offside. You having a fucking laugh? Oh my God. Oh no. They're checking this. How is that offside though? My God, I hate these VARs. That didn't look offside to me though. It's taking a lot. It's taking a lot of time, you know. Can you at least show the image to us so we can get a perspective of this as well? Mancini having a chat with De Rossi here. What do we think? Is it offside? No! Fuck off, you idiots! Offside. Piss it. How is that not a goal, though? I want to see this again. Why are they not showing this? Show it! Fucking hell. Right, Valentin Carboni in and Gagliardini off. Gagliardini looks injured here. Okay, it's offside, okay, but I want to see it. Why are they not showing it? It's so suspicious to me. You can never celebrate nowadays. You can never celebrate a goal. How long do you think De Rossi will stay as the Roma coach? I don't know. Depends. Depends. I'd love to say long term, but it depends. Did anybody here get a replay of that goal, by the way? Did anybody get a replay? Can somebody, if you got a replay, can you confirm if that is offside or not? Because I did not get a replay. And that is very suspicious to me. Ndika. Pellegrini, the foul. Foul on Pellegrini there. Ah, that's annoying. Oh yeah, they're showing it. Yeah, he was off. Dybala was off. Yeah, they've shown it. They've shown it. It was offside. It was close, but it was offside. They've finally shown it. I would have loved to have scored there. Dybala to take this. Free kick over the bar. I mean, they did show it. Hang on. He got booked? Why did Christensen get booked? Why? Why did Christensen get booked? I do not get the rules of these referees. I will never get them. They look like idiots to me. They look like clowns walking around the pitch to me. Why did Christensen get booked? I don't get this. I do not get this. Oh my god. They've committed 3 fouls. They didn't get nobody booked. I need, let me put this sock. Come on, that's not a yellow card, ref. Paramount in the States showed a replay. Terrible call, says David. When Angelino shot the ball, he was off. It was Dybala off, says Chris. Dybala was definitely offside, says Cronky. We're not playing bad at all, but that goal would have been perfect. Perfect timing as well. Mid first half, it would have been a great goal. Christensen looks injured here. Chilik coming on. I think Christensen's going to get subbed off. Yeah. Very blocked game, by the way. Injuries over injuries. Chilik is coming on indeed. Christensen out. Chilik on. At least this substitution avoids another yellow card because Christensen got booked. But yeah, I mean, wow, that just shows you the quality of our right backs. Christensen out for Chilik in. God. Speaking about referees, yesterday's game. So the penalty was a penalty. I mean, let's be honest. The penalty was a penalty. I'm very happy Lazio didn't win, and I will never in a million years, will I ever say that Lazio got robbed yesterday after they drank our tears after losing that Budapest final this summer. You know, they went on holidays printing pictures of Anthony Taylor. So never in a million years as a Roma fan will I stand by their side and say, oh, they got robbed, even if they were and they did get robbed. I would have not even in an afterworld would I do that. Okay, so understand that. This is very biased what I'm about to say, because I would never say Lazio got robbed, especially after this summer. But there is a clear favoritism for northern teams, Juventus, Inter and Milan, towards other teams. That is a problem that has been persisting in this league for quite a long while. That is a problem that is continuing to persist in this league because of money power, because of attraction, because of TV rights. Inter, Milan and Juventus get way more coverage of referees than Roma, Lazio, Napoli, for example. That's a statement, absolutely. But breaking the game down, the penalty was a penalty. I mean, it amazes me how in VAR times you can avoid and ignore such penalties. That was a clear penalty. Menyan completely knocked Castellanos down. But in terms of the red cards, it's very simple. Pellegrini's red card is a red card because he's an idiot. If Pellegrini would have used... Oh, Monza goal here. Corner kick. If Pellegrini would have used this tiny little brain a bit more, he would have easily avoided that. Even if he does think that that's a foul on his teammate, fine. If the referee doesn't blow, it's not a foul. So unless you kick the ball away, the referee will not stop. The referee only stops when he whistles the thingy. So Pellegrini could have easily cleared that ball away and avoided everything. But no, he kept it in. Pulisic, people say, oh well, Pulisic, very unsportsmanship from unsportsmanship at its max for Pulisic. What is he supposed to do? If the ball isn't out and the referee doesn't blow the whistle, of course he's going to continue and get the ball from Pellegrini. And Pellegrini was an absolute idiot because he didn't clear the ball away. Had he cleared that ball away, he would have avoided everything. The second red card is ridiculous. I mean, how on earth can you give a red card? How on earth can you give a yellow card on such a foul? And Guendouzi, the red card on Guendouzi is debatable because people might say that it doesn't deserve a straight red. But it is also, you do have to say that it is aggressive. The guy completely lost his head, punched Pulisic away. So maybe it wasn't a straight red, but maybe it was definitely an aggressive act. So, yeah. But with that being said, they decided to celebrate their summer on Anthony Taylor robbing against us. They decided to throw shit on Jose Mourinho, who for 3 consecutive years as a Roma manager was saying facts about the corruption of this league. They decided to ignore him, throw shit on him. That's what you get. Karma comes back, you bitches. You bitches. Karma comes back. Mancini changes side. El Shaarawy. Angelino. El Shaarawy again. Mancini. Lukaku. Celik runs. Celik sprints. Valentin Carboni stops. Pessina back. Lazio lost their heads against last game. Too much inhaling Serie cigarettes. Is our Pellegrini and Lazio's Pellegrini? No. Who is marking him? Colpani is by himself there. Good. Good closure from Stefan El Shaarawy. Birindelli keeps it in. Monza get it back. That would have been such a useful goal, by the way. Fucking hell. But with that being said, I understand the frustration of Lazio fans. Of course I do. If that game was happened to us, we would have all been fuming. So I understand them being fuming. I understand their disappointment. Yeah, it's a debatable game. But again, with that being said, the referees are so inconsistent. It's unreal. Every single referee follows their own rules, and that's very wrong. That is very wrong, because referees should have a general book of rules. You know, they shouldn't just base themselves on their own individuality. Whatever I think. Whatever I think, I whistle. No, there needs to be a centralized rule book for every referee. Then of course, referees are humans as well. They're gonna make mistakes, but the inconsistencies, especially nowadays with VAR as well, it's unjustifiable. It is unjustifiable, no matter if you're Roma, Lazio, Juventus, or Monza. Paredes changes side. Ndika. That was our chance, by the way. That disallowed goal was our chance. Cristante. Celik. Mancini. Ndika. Mancini. Foul for them. We won't have 20 chances this game. We need to capitalize. That was the perfect moment to score a goal, and it was a perfect goal to unlock this game. But oh my god, that looked like a handball on Celik. Completely ignored that. That could have been a penalty against us. Right, Monza go here. Lukaku needs to press higher. Careful. Who the hell is marking him? My god, what was that defending? For fuck's sake. Terrible defending from Paredes and Celik. Thank god he didn't pass the ball. That guy was alone. Where was Celik there? You see what I mean? Our fullbacks cannot defend. Where was Celik there? We've been lucky there. We've been lucky this game. They hit a post and that could have been a chance. Last time against Monza, it was a 90th minute winner. Do you think Roma should do the same or try to get more momentum in the... No, I want more goals. I think that's what De Rossi brings. That's what De Rossi wants. Go on. Monza are a tough team to beat. They're not an easy team to face. But I won't be happy with a draw today. We need to win. We need to win today. Right. If you haven't already, do hit the like. As I said before, if we can get 80 likes in this stream, it would be great. If everybody in this stream who still hasn't smashed the like, then remember to do so. It takes 2 seconds. It's free of cost, and it supports this channel a lot. So please do hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. Cristante, Mancini, changes side to Evan. Evan Ndika. He drinks Moretti, eats spaghetti. Paredes changes side. Mancini. Palladino giving indications to Monza. Mancini. Lukaku. Cristante in. Mancini heads it. Go back in defense, Mancho. Run back in defense. Good from Paredes. That's a shit pass though from Paredes. Monza go here. Colpani. It's not a foul. Go. Go forward! Why are we wasting time? Brighton lost 3-0 to Brighton ain't a good team. Brighton are scary in terms of how they play. But in terms of the club and the team, you cannot tell me Brighton are better than us. It's like facing Sassuolo of the Premier League. No, Sassuolo no, but it's like facing Torino. It's not nothing more than that. It's just a Torino which plays better. Pellegrini. Yes! El Capitan! Stick that ring up your ass! Stick that ring up your ass! You haters! Keep on hating! Keep on hating! Throw that ring up your ass! Pellegrini is the weak ring of this team. Get the ring and put it up your ass! Come on! Come on! Get in! My captain! My captain! Maybe he's not your captain, but he's my captain! My captain! My captain! Lorenzo Pellegrini, my captain! Get in! Get in! Disallow this now. Disallow this, you cheeky referee. Great control. Great precision. Great accuracy. Come on. Part 2. Yes. Great goal. We got to be concentrated because they're scary. They're scary up front. El Capitan. El Capitano. El Capitano. Come on. 1-0. Perfect time to score. 10 minutes till half time. Di Gregorio goes long. It's a foul on Colpani. Don't protest. Don't get booked. The haters in the mud. Haters in the mud. In the mud. The haters in the mud. La 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 la. Dybala goes. Lukaku. Dybala. Oh, Lukaku. What's happening to Lukaku? Paredes gets it back. No foul on Paredes. Brian. Soldier Brian. Monza go though. It's got space. Fucking hell, he's got space. Svilor. Svilor saves. Ndika. You know what I'm noticing about Monza though? They love attacking from the wingers. And that's different because that's very different to. Let me give you an example. Frosinone, right? Frosinone were very different to this because Frosinone based their attacks on central attacks, Sule. Monza, just like Torino, are a team which, whenever they attack, they start from the wide and then narrow it down to the middle. Colpani and Dani Motta need to be closed down, and our fullbacks do not defend. Not even if you pay them. You could pay them and they still wouldn't defend. Lukaku! Yes! What did I say? Come on, the boys! Yes! 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 2-0! Dybala! Lukaku scores! Oh, I love this team! Oh, I love this team! Oh, I love this team. They don't see till I die. Sign that contract, buddy. Sign that contract, buddy. Sign it, buddy. Come on! Yes! Oh, we've scored 2 goals against yet another great defense. That is Roma. Yes, I love this team. I love this team. What a moment this is. What a moment this is. Romelu. 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 Yes. Yes. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. De Rossi wants another one. Get power on that score sheet now. I'm so hyped. I am so hyped. How are we winning 2-0 against a very good Monza side? I love this team. What a moment this is to be a Roma fan. Can I just say, can we take 2 seconds to realise what a moment it is to be a Roma fan? I mean, what a moment. It feels like we won the Champions League. I haven't felt this powerful in so much time. Bring Real Madrid on. Get in. What a reaction. I mean, Pellegrini and then Lukaku in the space of 3 minutes. That's what I call intensity. That's what I call not dropping intensity. We have been lucky as well, but we've been better than them. And the disallowed goal. Imagine being 3-0 up at half-time against Monza, who, before this game, in 2024, had the second best defence in the league after Inter Milan. I mean, that is what you call improvements. I see so many improvements in this team. It's incredible. Lukaku back uses it to Cristante. Dybala gets it back. Dybala. And Dika controlled this game. We have controlled this game. Oh, that's a foul. No, Angelino keeps it. Angelino goes. It's a foul. No, it's thrown to them. Di Gregorio was going to be what against us? I mean that second goal was unsavable. First, I mean, it maybe could have done a bit better because it was a central shot, but if we win, we create 5 points difference between Fiorentina and Atalanta. You know what the most important thing, if we win this game, is? If we win this game, we would be 7 points from Lazio and 7 points from Napoli, who need to play against Juventus. Do we realise what it means to be 7 points from both Lazio and Napoli? 7 points is 2 wins and a draw. That means that for Lazio to recuperate us and equalise the same points as we, they'd need to win 2 game weeks and draw one where we wouldn't get points. That's big. 7 points is a lot. That is what I look at. 6 minutes of added time. I mean, to be honest, it's fair. Disallowed goal, injuries, yeah. 6 minutes is a lot, but it is fair. That's the most important thing. And the fact that we would put pressure on Bologna and Atalanta, who are playing themselves tomorrow. Bellingham from Pong Kane. Who do you think Roma should sign in this summer? I love all these questions. I promise I will answer them, but it is very hard for a Roma fan to answer this question when we still don't have a general director. As soon as I know the general director, you can ask me these questions as long as you want to. But right now, I have no clue of what we want to follow as a project. If I had to say 3 names, then 3 players that I like, not necessarily buying all of them, but 3 players that I like and I would like to see wearing a Roma kit are Zirkzee, unrealistic, yes. Sule, unrealistic, yes. Valentin Carboni, not unrealistic, but hard because he's an Inter Milan player. These are all 3 players that, if we want to build this, if we want to have more signings like Baldanzi, then these are the players you need to look at. There are other players, Colpani, for example, sticking the theme to Monza. Colpani is a great player. These are the players we need to start buying. Forget about the Renato Sanchez's and the Chiliks and the Christensens. This is the way to go. Because if there's one thing that Mourinho's project has taught us, is that an immediate successful team with the budget that Roma has is impossible. And therefore, it restricts us to injury-prone players. And that's the reality. As long as we don't concede in these 5 minutes, it'd be great. Because conceding now would kill the first half momentum. Paredes, change his side. Mancho. Dybala. Cutting very deep, Dybala. There are 2 movements which I'm seeing in this game a lot. Dybala dropping back and Mancini getting the ball and going forward. That is the support from the defense that Rossi asks. Chilik. In. Lukaku! Good save from Di Gregorio. Could have been 3-0. Chilik gets it back. That's not a foul. Cross in. Bongo. Paredes gets it. Wide. Chilik. Paredes. Mancini. Paredes. Mancini. 2 minutes to go to halftime. Mancini. Ooh, that was very risky from the ball defender. Letting that ball go with the Roma player behind him. I want to speak about Tammy in the second half, so do remind me about that, because I do have a good old chat debate about Tammy Abraham and his future prospects, maybe at Roma or not. Mancini. But can you see this net movement of players? That is something that under Mourinho I never saw. Look at how the players are moving even when they don't have the ball. Mancini. Chilik. Cross in. Colpani. Bongo. Pellegrini gets it, wins a foul. My captain. Let me stress this again. My captain. Lena, look at Lena in the stands. Lena's becoming a Roma fan, I tell you that. Get there in the Kurva Sud every Sunday. Lena Cap Ultra. Right, this is a good free kick to end the first half on. If we score now, Dybala in, bad free kick. Right, half time. What a first half. Half time. What a first half. I mean, that's the statement. That is the statement. What a first half, because let's talk about this. In the meantime, I want to eat something. Sorry, I shouldn't eat in live watch-alongs, but I am very hungry. So I'm gonna go ahead a quick biscuit and I'll be back. In the meantime, hit the like. Hit the like if you like this first half, scoring 2 goals in a tough pitch against a tough team like Monza. Hit the like if Pellegrini is your captain. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Right. Get your nuts in. That sounds very wrong. That's what she said. Eat your nuts. Very good. I mean, not your nuts, but cashew nuts. Number one thing that I want to stress, and let me stress this, is I see, and De Rossi got asked this in the press conference. I see a team that loves playing football again, all together. Now, I am not here again. It might sound like it, but I am not here to throw shit on Mourinho. Absolutely not. But I tried to analyze the 2.5 years that we've had under Mourinho, and I would call it, if I had to draw a graph of unity and family, and then on the y-axis, and Mourinho's time at Roma on the x-axis, starting off really high, and then slowly descending. Okay? Descending graph. Because I think it would be crazy for anybody to say that in the last months of Mourinho, this team was a family. No. That is wrong, because that is wrong because it's not the case. I believe that the team revolted. I believe that there were leaks. And I believe that the players overall, maybe not every single player, but the majority of players went to Dan Fredkin and said, this man has exhausted me. We love him, but he has exhausted me. I cannot be playing like this anymore. Next morning he got sacked. So I see a team which is not only enjoying playing football, but is enjoying and is emphasizing the concept of a family again. Again, De Rossi was very helpful when it comes to this, because he was the captain, he knows what leadership means, he knows this team really well. He came in the same day Mourinho got sacked and started having individual chats with players, analyzing players, their behavior, their football abilities, their qualities, their characteristics. So maybe I'm the only one who notices this, but I see a group, again, I see a group that loves playing football. Because in terms of football abilities, the differences are vast. The vastness of the differences are immense. Had we played this same game 5 months ago, this game at halftime would have been 0-0. Or if not, worst case scenarios, 1-0 to them if they scored that goal. We would have never in a million years have gone on a 2-goal lead at halftime in this game against Monza away. We just wouldn't, because our goal a few months ago was to score a goal and then just put all of our responsibilities on that goal. Put all of our lives on that goal. If that goal goes well, we win 1-0. If that goal goes bad, then they score and it ends 1-1. In other words, what I'm trying to say here is that a few months ago, we did not have the ability to change game plan in the game, in the middle of a game. A few months ago, we started the game with a game plan, ended the game with the same game plan, no matter what the result was. Nowadays, we are analysing the moments of a game and changing the way we play in response to how Monza react in the first 10 minutes, how Monza respond after we score a goal. And that is not only creating, as he said in the live watch-along, a net move of players who move around with or without the ball. And it's also creating chances, even when we're 2-0 up. It creates chances. We don't stop creating chances. Have we seen this? Instead of sitting back in defence again. So the difference is vast. This is a very complicated game. I don't want to jinx this. Let's not speak too early. But 2-goal lead. 2-0, clean sheet, at half-time against Monza with a disallowed goal, it could have been 3-0, is massive. Against a team which, in 2024, have the best defence in the league after Inter. So, this is not an easy game. This is not a game which somebody can tell me, oh well, this is an easy game. We don't care. This is an easy game. This is what we need to do. Of course this is what we need to do. Because we are better than them on paper. But we know this team very well. If we are the favourites on paper every single time, why is it that sometimes we bottle these little games? Because it's in our DNA. So, you know, if you think this game is an easy game, look at Monza again, analyse Monza again, analyse the players Monza have, analyse what Monza have been doing, and then you will understand that this game is not an easy game. So, this needs to continue. What the fear is now is that we drop down and we stop creating the chances because we're 2-0 up. And mentally, we're like, oh well, I've won this game. I can sit back and relax a bit. And that's very wrong. That is very wrong. Because that is where, if Monza score a goal, they can reopen the game and they can reopen the talks. So, I don't want to jinx this at all. But you can probably tell by the way I'm acting, by the way I'm playing, that I am enjoying life right now. I am extremely happy to be watching my team play football again. You know, I'm extremely happy to see this team win games after games after games, qualify to the next round. It really is a good moment to be a Roma fan. And agree with me or not, and I think this is a great moment to be a Roma fan. Let me quickly do this and then we'll look at a few more things. Okay. Individual performances. Individual performances. I want to talk about movements for a second. I did speak about this a bit at the end of the first half. Movements. There are two movements that are key movements that what the hell is that? What are those balloons? If anybody did send those balloons, thank you very much. I don't know what they are, but thank you. So, there are two key movements that you can tell De Rossi is bringing to this team. One movement was also there with Mourinho, and that movement is Dybala dropping back, taking control of the ball, taking control of the rhythm of the game, and setting up the play. That's a classic move. He did that at Juventus. He did that with Mourinho, and he's doing it now with De Rossi. That's the classic move of a world-class player who's trying to pick the rhythm of the game in his legs, control it, set up the play, set up the actions, set up the way he wants to play. That's normal. You know, and that's what the best player in a team normally does. He takes control of the game by dropping back in defense and setting up the play, setting up the scenes. But the new movement, which I think De Rossi has brought, is the defenders getting the ball and launching themselves into the space, with or without the ball. Because pay attention to this. Pay attention as to how many times either Ndika, either Mancini, or if it was Smalling, either with or without the ball, they run into the space. They run into that half pitch. What's it called again? I don't get the word. I have a blank in my mind. They run into the attack to add more weights into the attack and add more flow of players, as we were discussing before. And then the other movement is Paredes. Paredes is a very similar objective to Dybala. Paredes is being asked to set the play when Dybala is in attack. So when Dybala doesn't drop down in defense and stays in attack to have his chance and score a goal, it's Paredes who sets up the play. It's Paredes who takes control of the setting up of the play. And that's also very interesting. And also Cristante, a lot of interceptions in the box, a lot of runs into the box. That goal that got disallowed, you know, that's an example of Cristante going into the box, making himself big in the box as well. So that's another example. Shame Italy doesn't have a good young upcoming striker. Only strikers I see are Belotti, Immobile, who's playing for the rivals, and Scamacca, and that boat sailed long ago. I think that is a very good problem. You've defined it really well. You've defined it really well because that's the problem of Italy. They don't have a real striker. You could call Retegui. He's a good striker. Nothing against Retegui, but as I've said many times, he plays in the national team. Of course, I'll support him, but you cannot tell me Retegui is Italian. And that this is not me being nationalist. Oh, I only want Italian players in my team. No, it's a football nowadays. You know, Retegui might have Italian backgrounds and all of that, but you can't tell me that Retegui is Italian. Retegui is Argentinian. Retegui drinks mate before every single game. Retegui got basically controlled and got set up, got brought to Monza by Milito, who was Argentinian or Uruguayan? Argentinian, I believe, right? So, great. I like him. He's a good, interesting striker. You can't tell me Retegui is Italian. Because it's like saying 6ix9ine the rapper sings classic songs. No, that's fact. That's that is wrong. It's like saying, yeah, Steph Curry plays tennis. It's a wrong statement. But he can give he can give his chances. He can get his chances in the Italian national team just because Italy don't have many strikers. Scamacca is a weird one because you know what? I see Zaniolo in Scamacca. I see Zaniolo in Scamacca's attitude. Scamacca is great technically, but oh boy, his desire of playing a football game, my lord. It's as if he wakes up every day and his dog died. And adding on to that, he is very injury prone. I'm kind of glad. I was very on Roma buying Zaleski. I'm tired. I was very open on Roma buying Scamacca this summer, bringing a Roman guy back. But I'm kind of happy we didn't buy him now because he's always injured, and in terms of aptitude, he's like Zanio, he's like Leao. Leao plays one good game every 10. And people keep on saying, I have a Milan friend who says that Leao is just as good as Vinicius Jr. Are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? Leao is a great player, but he plays one great game every 10. That is not what a good player does. If you're a good player, you play good week in, week out. There are those games where Leao just feels like, it looks like Leao is not bothered to kick a ball, slopping around, and then he scores a goal and he celebrates like this. It's frustrating to see because I think, and nothing against Leao, I think he's a great player, but if he can do what he did against Atalanta last weekend every single game week, then we might have a chat of he's second best to Vini Jr. But you can't tell me that a guy who plays one game every 10 and scores one goal every 2 months is second best just to Vinicius Jr. Because that is incredible. I mean, that's I've never seen such thing. You could debate Leao and Kvaratskhelia, or you can debate Leao and Rashford. You can pull great debates, but you cannot compare Rafa Leao to Vinicius Jr. It's criminal. It's criminal. It's not football opinion. It's a criminal. So yeah, right. Second half is starting. Timer's still going. What am I done? I'm thinking of Italian strikers actually. You actually put a great question. Who do we have? I mean, Mobile. Let's not talk about him. I'd be very surprised if he gets a call up from the Italian national team this summer. Um, who do we have? We don't have anybody. That's why we won't win the Euros. Oh yeah, we do have Raspadori. God. Chiesa very ain't a striker. Berardi he ain't a striker. Ken from Juventus. Look at that quality. We've gone from Totti, Del Piero, Luca Toni, Roberto Baggio to Moise Kean, Giacomo Raspadori and Gianluca Scamacca. The downfall of Italian football, they called. Oh yes, that is the downfall of Italian football at its best. It's going to continue being like this if we don't give time and chances to our young Italian strikers. We only know Leao because of I show speed. That is a violation. Right, second half is about to start. Hit the like. Let's get 50 likes. It would be great. Yeah, do please hit the like if you haven't already. And subscribe to the channel if you're new here. If you love Roma, don't speak Italian. Well, even if you do speak Italian, then hit the subscribe and hit the like. Right, second half starts. Let me set the timer. Concentration. I want to see more goals, but I also want to keep a clean sheet. I want to avoid conceding a goal. It would ruin the game. It would ruin the momentum and it would make us suffer. Foul on Evan. I have a great poll. I have an immense poll. We debated about this in the fan forum. I want to see what everybody here has to say about this, because this is what you call a poll. This is a very tough question in my opinion. It's a very tough question. Reflect on this before clicking on the answer. Reflect on it because it's not an easy poll. Ooh, this is tough. Anyway, Simo, where is your Italian content? Ah, you're right. Look, you know what it is? I am. I always try to bring new things on the channel, right? And I wanna bring more different content. But over the year, I'm so focused on the English side that it's just very hard for me to film everything. I'm just so focused on bringing English content. At the end of the day, that's what Roma Theory is. If you want to go watch Italian Roma content, then go watch Gabbo Man. But yeah, I this is what ultimately I am. So I obviously prioritize yellow card for Angelino. I'd prioritize English content, obviously. Takes time. Filming videos, editing them, thumbnails. Does take time. Wow. Wow. 78% is Inter. I think we forget how good Napoli was last year. I think it's close. Inter have got more points. After 27 game weeks, Inter have got one more point than what Napoli had last year. Um, but we do forget, maybe because it's been 1 year now, we are forgetting how good Napoli was last year. Because Napoli last year was unplayable. Just like Inter this season. Both teams are incredible teams. But, yeah. Oh my god, Chilik can't stop the fucking ball. Paredes. Chilik, good slide tackle. Wins the throw in. Right, it's narrowing down. The gap is narrowing down here. 56 says Inter. Inter still on the lead. I'm dreaming for Champions League, says Alif. Roma needs an Italian forward to keep that Totti tradition. I mean, was Totti a striker though? Totti was more of a playmaker. He was played as a striker, yes, but prime Totti was a playmaker. Right, Monza have started better than us this second half. Over the bar. We gotta be careful here. Juric with the shot. Don't you worry, child. Uh, Dika wide to Angelino. Come on, lads. We can't just tackle the seatbelt now. We gotta keep on driving the car forward and try to score more goals. Angelino on a yellow card does scare me because he's not good defensively and he might commit another foul. I'd consider Spina on. And they do attack from his side quite a lot. With Colpani and Birindelli, they're both fast. Cross in. Zvidor gets it. Why is your English so good? English school. English school. I sat my GCSEs like any other Brit. That was a long time ago. My lord. I cannot believe I sat the GCSEs 2 years ago. It feels like yesterday when I sat the GCSEs. And in 5 months, I'm done with school. It's crazy. Time flies. Kids, have fun. Have fun at school. I cannot believe I'll be starting university in, what, 7 months? It's incredible. It's unreal. I'll be staying in Rome. So, for the first 3 years of uni, for the first 2 years, certainly, I'll be staying in Rome. So, I will not abandon you. I mean, I'd obviously keep on doing this channel even if I were to move on and move out of Rome. But what I'm saying is, I'll be at the stadium for the next 2 years as well. 2 3 years. Then I'll move on to another country. But I'll bring you on with me. I think you'll have seen me grow. Maybe I'll still have this channel when I have kids. From a kid to an adult, Roma Theory. I'm not in college. This is my last year of school. Last year of school. Cristante, that's a terrible pass. Monza goal, Danny Motta shoots. Deflection, corner kick. Simo, what course will you do in uni? PPE. School has to be more appreciated. I agree. I have a lot of Italian friends that just can't stand school and cannot wait until they finish school. And oh, that was another free header for them. They're creating chances now. We need to finish off this game. I have a lot of Italian friends who go to Italian schools, and if you know, then you know that Italy is one of the worst education systems out there. Not system, I mean education reputation. Student teachers relationship. Um, yeah, just like teacher wages and all of that. Italy is terrible at it. That's partly one of the reasons why I'm very lucky that I went to a private school, English school, because it's just a different thing. It's a completely different thing to Italian public school. Italian public schools are tough. Italian public schools, you study like 7 hours, not 7 hours, I don't know, but you'd expect go to bed at like 2 a.m. to finish off studying. Italian schools, the system that Italy has when it comes to education, is very good. It prepares the students really well, but the reputation isn't amazing. So that's one of the reasons why I've gone to an English school, and I think I'm very lucky. And I think English school is very different because my school is a very small school, so I know everybody. So leaving my school is gonna be tough because I've grown there since I was in grade 1 actually. I know all the teachers so well, all my friends. So it's gonna be tough, but new chapter. We move on. I'll be staying in Rome for my university. So the Stadio Olimpico won't be abandoned yet. Stadium vlogs will continue to happen next year as well. But in the long term, I am going to move out. That is confirmed. Especially my master's at uni, that will not be in Rome. That's going to be in a foreign country. But I'm going to take you with me. Life with Simo and Roma. Pellegrini, Lukaku in the box. Pellegrini in. That's a bad cross. Di Gregorio saves it. I watched the Brighton game versus Everton. Mitoma didn't play back-to-back injury. They've played quite bad at the moment. We can totally beat them. Even if you move, don't abandon Roma Theory. Definitely not. I cannot abandon this community. I can't. I'll be here. I'll be here. Even with a beard at 50 years old, I'll be here. Don't you worry. You would have seen me grown, as I said before. I'm not joking. You would have seen me grown. If I really do continue this as a long term, even if this doesn't become full time, just as a long term, even if it doesn't become full time, you would have seen me grow. I mean, you can already see me grow since 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I looked like an absolute idiot, full of pimples on my face. Valentin Carboni. We moved to a back five. We moved to a back five. Oh my god, don't tell me that. It is understandable though. Oh my god, what are we doing? Corner kick. Imagine Dybala, Baldanzi, Lukaku, Tammy, and Smalling and Ndika. So there was a time you didn't know English. It sounds like you've been speaking it all your life. I mean, I've been speaking English since I was like 8 years old. I mean, it could be argued I speak better English than Italian. A lot of my family members say I speak better English than Italian. I obviously speak perfect Italian because I'm Italian, but if I need to keep a 1 hour conversation, I'd be way more confident in doing it in English than I would be in Italian. I've been speaking English every single day for the past 12 years. So, yeah. Ooh. Oh my god. Long throw. What country would you like to move on? I quite like Northern European countries. Really like Sweden, Denmark, Netherlands, yes, but not Amsterdam. I went to Amsterdam a month ago for my friend's birthday, and it's a weird place. It's a weird place. Not necessarily because of the red light district and the weed shops, but it's just not what you expect. Like if you are gonna go to Amsterdam, it gives you vibes of I don't want to live there. It's a great touristy, but not living there. I'd never live in a city which has what every 2 meters is a coffee shop. Coffee shop. I mean coffee shop. It's just not no. No, I'm not into that. It's a great city, and it was. I've been in December a few months ago. It was freezing cold. Great northern city, but yeah, I'd never lived there. But for example, the Dutch countryside is a great countryside. Um, Also like Smalling and Bove coming on. Pellegrini and who's coming off? Pellegrini and did Ndika come off? No, Pellegrini and Angelino. So back three. We've moved to a back three. Good, good, because I was not confident with Angelino on a yellow card. So that's good. American countries, no. I'd go there for an Erasmus, like an experience, 3 months experience, but I'd never live in the US. I love the US, and I absolutely love the US, but I'd never live there. Right, Monza go here. We've been pretty sterile in this first half, in this second half. Bongo. Paredes. Lukaku doesn't keep it. Monza control the game in the second half. Do you want to do Erasmus? Yes. That's probably what I'm going to do in my third year at uni. Dybala clears it away. Good. Sweden, beautiful. I went to Stockholm a few years ago. It's one of my favorite cities. I have such good memories of my time in Stockholm that I would love to live there. Stockholm is such a beautiful city. Bongo goes. We're not marking them, lads. Çelik, good tackle, wins the throw in. Turkish Airlines, get in. Are you in uni? No, I'm at school. Simo, what about Spain? That's where I'm planning on moving in the next couple of years. You gonna move together? That's that. I understood that connection. But you wanna rent a house with me? Spain is nice, but I'd consider Spain. Yeah, I would. I would consider Spain. Spain's a nice place. Very similar to Italy. But yeah, very nice people. Foul on Cristante. Bongo gets booked. Simo, don't we want to come to Asia like West China, Korea, Japan, or the Southeast Asia? Absolutely, why not? Absolutely, why not? Japan is one of my dream holidays. Portugal is also nice. My sister did an Erasmus in Portugal because my sister's it's her first year at uni, and she did like 3 months this year in Portugal. It's a like, weird Erasmus. It's like a short Erasmus. It was October to January, or October to February. Lisbon was a great place. This is a good free kick for us. Dybala to take this. Dybala to end the game with a free kick. In front of the away end. It's pretty far. But you never know with Paolo. He's got those messy instincts. Dybala. 3-0! Paolo! He is world class! 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 What a player! What a goal! Monza in the mud! What a goal! My God, Paolo! My God, Paolo! You're like a sexy girl. That's what you are. Look at that precision. I could watch this all day. Look at that precision. Mamma mia. Pazza, pizza, pasta, mandolino. Mamma mia. Oof. He's too good. Ladies and gentlemen, he is too good. I mean, take a bow. Look at De Rossi celebrating. Paolo, you are illegal. Paolo is illegal. Paolo is illegal. He's like an illegal drug. Imagine scoring 3 goals away at Monza. Imagine scoring 3 goals away at Monza. How can you not love this? I mean, how can you not enjoy this? What a moment. What a moment. Brighton, we're going to break the bones of that seagull, you know? Mancini, great header. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I always repeat this, right? But if you don't like this video after seeing Dybala score yet another masterclass of a goal, then you're missing out. You're missing out. I mean, hit the like. La 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 la. Oh, Smalling's injured again. He'll be back in the mystery closet now. La 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 la. La 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 la. Maldini coming on. Maldini from Wish. You're the weak link of the Maldini family. Simo, plans for the summer? I mean, as I said, I'm finishing school in a bit, so me and my class are organizing a holiday week before our farewell, because a lot of them aren't staying in Rome. A lot of my friends are moving on to other countries. So we're going 1 week all together in Tenerife in Spain. So that's going to be great in July. And then, as I said a few days ago, I have signed up for this incredible thing. Second half of July, I will be in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, I'll be in Bilbao to do a volunteering project for an underprivileged community of Bilbao. Football assistant, football coach. It's gonna be great. If I have the permission to film, maybe also like GoPro vlogs and something like that, I am going to do it because it's great. This channel is about Roma, but when it's football topics like that, I think it deserves content if I am allowed, obviously. So yeah, that's gonna be good. And then August, I'm not sure. I'd also be interested to do. I'm very into like interrailing. I like adventure. I like. Oh, Civil War saves. I'm into adventure. I'm into like holidays, but like not relaxing holidays. Interrailing looks very fun. So if I can organize something, yeah, it'd be great. Great summer ahead. Dybala, it's got space. Lukaku, Bove, Chris. Oh my god, what a ball! How Chilik missed. What a ball from Cristante that is. When I see Dybala playing, I'm getting gay for a moment. I'm getting gay permanently. Dybala is going to put a race training order on all of you for being weird. That was a great pass from Cristante. If Chilik had better feet, then that would have been 4-0. 20 minutes ago. Valentin Carboni's got space. Smalling needs to go back in defense here. Good. Match reaction after this. Bondo, cross in. Good from Chilik. Bondo again. Maldini crosses it in. Ooh, that's another free header. Monza had the chances to equalise this game if we count them all. They've not been very clinical. Apparently Chelsea fans have chanted chants for Mourinho after their defeat to Brentford. How are Chelsea so bad? I don't understand this. I've never rated Pochettino. Maybe they should get Jose back. God, a pass from Lukaku. These are the things that he will never get credit for. I'd love to see Mourinho back in the Prem at Chelsea. I wish him all the best. And I think, those fans love him. Jose deserves love. They want him back. So maybe it could happen. But again, I don't think Mourinho would accept a team mid-season. But I don't get how Pochettino still hasn't been sacked. He's so bad. 1 billion. What did Gary Neville call them? 1 billion pound bottle jobs. The blue £1 billion bottle job. Oh, Shrawi goes. It's a foul on Monza though. Do you think Ancelotti will ever coach Roma? I mean, he has always said that Roma was his ultimate goal. Ancelotti did obviously play for Roma. I don't think so, though. I really want to keep a clean sheet over the bar. Um, I don't think so. But you know what? I'm not. Of course, I'd love Ancelotti and all of these managers. Um, but there is something about big managers needing big players to succeed. Ancelotti is, without, unarguably, one of the best managers in the world. But you look at the teams he succeeded with, and you need a good manager, but it's different. It doesn't mean that if Ancelotti won a treble with Real Madrid, then he can win the league with Roma. And this has been the definition of it. Mourinho's been the definition of this. Managers count to a limited extent. A manager in a football team counts no more than 30%. The other 70%, it's about players. If you give Ancelotti, Svilar what I say, if you give Ancelotti this team, what can he do? I might as well keep De Rossi, who's on lower wages. If you see what I mean. I might be a bit delusional sounding when I say this, but yeah, it's the truth. The only big name manager who I think would succeed at Roma is Klopp, because Klopp is more than a football manager. Klopp is a psychologist to football players. That's the only big name that I see succeed at Roma. Ancelotti, we've seen it with Mourinho. I mean, I'm not saying Mourinho wasn't successful, but we can't say that Mourinho was ultimately extremely successful. I don't even think Pep wouldn't manage to pull the desired results for this team. We're Roma. This is us. And Ancelotti, at Napoli, he wasn't amazing. And Napoli and Roma, in terms of budget, in terms of players, they're very similar. Napoli, under Ancelotti, Spalletti was better. So that's another fact. I agree. I honestly think DDR is the best manager right now. I agree. Also, I've said this already, we need stability. We need to stop changing manager every 2 seasons. It is not going to bring stability. We need to pull a Liverpool. We need to pull a Liverpool type. The only way, in a tough atmosphere with immense pressure that the fan base gives you, like Roma's fan base, the only manager who can miraculously pull a Klopp at Liverpool at Roma is De Rossi, because he understands the fans and he knows this, and he's already spent 10 years as a football player for this club, so he can do it again as a manager. The rest, I don't see staying in the long term. But again, with De Rossi, would the owners be patient? I genuinely do, and I'm just saying this because we've been winning all these games. There must be a reason of why we're winning these games. Let's not all start hating and discrediting De Rossi. There must be a reason as to why we're winning this game. This game, Mourinho would have never won. No, Mourinho would have never won this game. I'm convinced of what I'm saying. Mancini looks injured. Bloody hell. 15 minutes to go. We do need stability. Right, Huijsen coming on, Mancini off, but he looks injured. Hopefully it's nothing major because we need him on Thursday. Baldanzi coming on as well. Baldanzi and Huijsen. Lukaku and De Rossi having a good chat. Right, Mancini off for Huijsen and Dybala off for Baldanzi. Go on, Tommy. I'm liking how Dybala isn't getting many injuries lately. Maybe he's following a different therapy. Maybe he is. Maybe he's following a different program in training sessions. Because it is a bit of a surprise that it's been like 2 months now that he's not getting injured. Ndika. Paredes. Wide. 15 minutes to go. Let's keep a clean sheet, lads. And if we can score fourth, it's all very welcome. It's Villar. Hoysen. Baldanzi. Give Zale a chance. Let that guy live his life. Totti is playing tennis with his homies, enjoying when traveling. Lukaku goes. It's not a foul. Referee doesn't go. It's 2 against 2. Lukaku and El Shaarawy. El Shaarawy. El Shaarawy. El Shaarawy. Ooh. Oh, it's a deflection. It's a corner kick. Bless you. Thank you very much. He's also scoring and assisting more than before. Yeah. Definitely. Sei la squadra del mio cuore. Non mollare, anche se poi giochi male. Noi saremo qui a cantare. Sei la squadra del mio cuore. Ale Romale, ale Romale, ale Romale, 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 ale Romale, ale Romale, ale Romale, 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 giallo rossa. Right, Paredes to take this. Ooh, Cristante. Hoysen wants a penalty. El Shaarawy in. Hoysen heads it. Smalling. Offside. In what time do you think we're going to win the Scudetto again? Oh, mate. A lot of time. I see a massive difference. I continue to see, because this difference will not get narrowed anytime soon. In terms of finances, in terms of attraction, in terms of budget, in terms of team quality, checking possible penalty for us, by the way. In terms of everything, VAR might be a penalty. Ooh, it might be a penalty for us. VAR penalty check. Go on. Four goals at Monza, and we're all gonna be partying tomorrow. Hoysen gets pulled. I mean, he does get pulled. To be honest. Yeah, it's a penalty, confirmed. It's a penalty. Yes, he's given it. I want... Paredes is going to take this. Of course he is. Anyways, Paredes to take this. He's already got the ball in his hands. Argentinian Mate Boca Junior. Vamos la Argentina. Vamos Boco. Vamos Paulo. Vamos Leo. Di Gregorio against Paredes. What a game. I would have loved to go there. Paredes takes this. Ah, what a penalty. L'Argentina 4-0 against Monza. Take a bow. This is what I call football. Vamos la Argentina, vamos la Argentina, vamos la Argentina, leale. La 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 la. La 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 la. Boca, el Boca, el Boca, el Boca. What a penalty. What a penalty that is. Who would have said 4-0 away at Monza? Who would have said? Um, what was I saying before? What were we talking about? Oh yes, Scudetto. Milan, Juventus, Inter, they're so far from us right now that winning the Scudetto in the next 3 years is impossible. The next time we're gonna win a Scudetto is minimum, and I mean minimum, 5 years. And I'm not even joking. Because Inter, look at the team Inter have, look at the money that they're gonna get, look at the team that they're gonna rebuild next season. Milan don't look good this season, but put a good manager with the players Milan have. Milan could compete for the league. Juventus, same. Put a good manager with the players Juventus has, and with the future that Juventus has. Sule, Yildiz, Alcaraz, Ealing Jr., Barrenechea. These are all Hoyson. These are all players that in the long term are going to be their starting players. And yeah, it's so different from. Also, don't forget that our team, 80% of this current Roma team is loans. Lukaku's a loan. Christensen's a loan. Angelino is a loan. Dybala, big question mark on him. So, Renato Sanchez is a loan. Yellow card for Cristante. So we need to reconstruct. We need stability. We need to keep a manager. Look at Inter. They've had Inzaghi for the past, 4 years. You need to keep managers if you want to bring stability. Maybe in the first year or in the first 2 years, Inter didn't win the league. Now they're the best team in Italy, one of the best teams in Europe. And adding on to that, you need Champions League football. If you want to win the league, you need to be in the Champions League. There is no team nowadays that will win the league not playing in the champ. I mean, Bayer Leverkusen is an exception, but every single league, every single team of every league is gonna win, also because of the money that the Champions League gives them. I've said this in the match preview. Champions League is so important. Champions League nowadays, especially in the new Champions League format next season, which is a whole one single group stage with 24 teams. If you're not in the Champions League, in the modern day of football, you don't count shit. Very sad to say. But if you're not playing in the Champions League, you don't get the attention, you don't get the money, people don't watch your games, you won't attract big players. Champions League is the catalyst to every single team nowadays. And not playing in the Champions League yet again would be disastrous for a team which already has so many financial problems like Roma. 4-0 away at Monza, unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable. Pizza or pasta? Pasta, all day long. All day of the week. I could eat pasta every day. I couldn't eat pizza every day. Now it's all about keeping a clean sheet. What a goal. Fucking hell. The second I say this. What a goal. What a goal. Fair play to him. Birindelli. Great goal. Yeah, what a goal. He needs all the credit for that. Let me change the score. Mm-hmm. 76% says Inter 2023-2024. I was expecting Inter to win, but not with such a difference. No. I wasn't expecting Napoli to only get 24% of votes. I've got one last poll before we end the stream. I don't care about the clean sheet. 4 goals at Monza is unbelievable, even if we concede another one. I would have loved the clean sheet, but that's a foul on Baldanzi. That's another tough poll. Links to Inter against Napoli. Osimhen 2022-2023 or Lautaro 2023-2024. Free kick. Osimhen is winning. Cross in. Why can we never keep a clean sheet? It's playing more offensive means being less solid in defense. It's normal. It's X equals Y. If you are a team which scores four goals and therefore plays offensive football, you only keep a clean sheet if you're a world-class team who's got world-class attackers and world-class defenders. So the fact that we scored 4 at Monza and we only conceded 1 is massive because it was not easy. In order for us to win games 4-0, 5-0, 4-0, 5-0, we need a world-class team, and we're not a world-class team. Because if you want to be more offensive, it is normal to be less concentrated in defense. Ndika, bad throw. I mean, look, but there's a positive for this goal. At least this goal comes because it's not our fault. When was the last time where we sat here and went, fair play to him? Fair play to him, we couldn't have done anything. It means that it's not us who made this goal happen, it was him who was great. And that's different. Had we conceded a stupid goal, I would have been more pissed. This is one of those goals where you just sit here and you clap because it's a good goal, and we love to be kind, we love to be realistic, and we love to be honest. So I'd rather concede these goals than stupid goals that only come because of us making these massive lacks of concentration every single time. At least this is a good goal. 4 minutes of added time. Ndika. Oshrawi. Baldanzi. Turns around. Foul. Lautaro's winning now. 52%. It is close. 52% says Lautaro. 48% says Osimhen. Right, Cristante. Paredes changes side. Huijsen. Good. I love that. Huijsen, Lukaku. Deflection, Chilik. Di Gregorio blocks it. El Sharawi. Not a foul. Valentin Carboni gets it back. One minute to go. Right, Akpa, Akpro. Ndika intercepts it. Goals. Maybe one last chance. Ndika. Lukaku wide. One minute to go. Akpak Pro shoots Zvilor, blocks it. It's gonna be it. Lukaku. One last chance to make it 5. One last chance to make it 5. Lukaku. Trips. Full time. What a team. What a performance. 4-1 against Monza. I'll catch you in the match reaction in literally 10 minutes. This team deserves claps at time of speaking because they are playing phenomenally. Every single one of them. I love the support. I love the chat. As always, thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the shares. And if anybody is new subscribed here, then you're all very welcome. I'm going to catch you on the match reaction literally in 10 minutes. As always, thank you for the support. Dagli Roma. What a win. Bring Brighton on. Talk to you soon. Simo out.